Hey, this your girl Michelle Diva. I'm bringing you the season finale of the Valley Persian Style season 1, episode 9. Handle with skincare. Okay. If you are new here, welcome. We do reviews here. This is the Diva Nation. Okay, and if you're returning, welcome back, y'all. This your crazy cousin. Welcome back. Give me a thumbs up so I can stay in the algorithm. Oh, see, I told you I'm crazy. Give me a thumbs up, like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel, and we will begin, y'all. We will begin. All right. So, Natasha in the first scene is waxing Amir's nose hairs. I was like, ew.
Oh, you nasty ass bastard! You fucking nasty ass motherfucker! That's nasty, man!
It was so nasty. I was like, And then she was like, oh, it's a lot of hair on. I was like, ugh. Anyway, Tanin is setting up her launch party outside in her backyard. Okay, now Greg gives her a little gift with some tannin oil in it, and he said it's an empty spot over there, so you can your next oil that you come out with, you can put it there. And so Greg also tells Tanin that Bombshot and Sky are coming to the event, so we'll see about that one. Okay, because they ain't seen Sky for a while since she acted up. Oh, they saw her in MJ's party, but they really didn't get anywhere. So yeah, so we'll see. MJ and Reza is meeting for lunch. Okay, so Reza said he was hurt because Tommy acknowledged Adam, but he didn't acknowledge him, and so MJ was like, well, Tommy doesn't want to put himself out there, and so Reza was like, well, what about you? You show up to all these events of what he call them, a single married woman. Okay, you show up to all these events single, because he, you married, but he don't never show up to none of your events and stuff. He said, you used to sparkle, but I haven't seen that sparkle in a long time. And so MJ was like, well, I don't want to get a divorce, because my parents got a divorce when I was Sham's age or whatever, and I don't want to do that to him, And so Reza was like, oh, so that, to your detriment, you don't want to, get a divorce from Bombshot. No, not Bombshot. You don't want to get a divorce from Tommy. And so MJ was like, you crossing the line. Okay? I don't want to be judged. And so Reza was like, who's judging you? He said, whatever. He said, I will never talk about you and your marriage to weirdo Tommy. He didn't say that. To Tommy, he said, can I get a check, please? Because, I ain't got to deal with this. I ain't got to deal with it. It's talking about you crossing the line. Girl, whatever. Anyway, Reza, Jackson, and Gigi go to this damn salt cave, okay? Reza trying to get with Gigi. Gigi just flirting and playing with him. She don't want him. She don't want him at all. But they talk about Sky. Sky said some bad things about Tanin and Gigi and Reza, whatever. And Nessa was like, I don't like the bitch anyway. Okay, so we ain't even got to talk about her. And so she walk on the back like George Jefferson did to Mr. Bentley. George Jefferson did to Mr. Bentley. And then, that scene was over. Oh, that was corny scene. MJ and Weirdo Tommy go to marriage counseling, okay? MJ feels like she's in the marriage by herself, okay? Because he don't never want to go to the event. He don't never want to do anything with her and stuff like that. So Tommy said, well, when I did go to events with her, she would leave me as soon as we got in there. She would leave me by myself to talk to all these people that I don't know. I ain't got nothing in common with all these people. So yeah, I stopped going because she would leave me in the events. I get that too. Because you gotta introduce your husband to people, but she probably don't want to introduce him to people because he weird. And he gonna say something to embarrass her. So I don't even know why she want to take him anywhere, because he weird. He gonna say something that's rude or disrespectful, and then everybody gonna be mad at you, MJ. I don't want to take him nowhere neither. Shit. So Tommy said, his mom died when he was young, and so he lived on the streets for a while. He lived with his grandparents and stuff like that. And I feel sorry for him having to deal with that, but he's still weird, and he really do need to go to therapy about how he talks to women, okay, and how he act, because he act like here's the thing. Now that I think about it, here is the thing. I do think he was stunted when his mama died. I don't think he has matured since his mama died. And I think that's what the counselors or therapists or whatever needs to get through his head, that he has not matured since his mama died. Okay, he is stunted at that 13-year-old boy or however old he was. He is stunted because he acts like a child. Okay, he acts like a child, and so that's what the therapist needs to get through his head. Now, whether it's going to get through his head, we don't know. But he is stunted at that age, and that's a damn shame. Amir and Natasha go to the cemetery, and I love doing reviews. I love giving giving my thoughts and stuff like that. But I fast forward this part because I honestly don't want to see them crying over this lady. Okay, so sorry y'all, but I fast forward through this scene. I don't know what happened because I ain't hear it, don't care, because I ain't want to see this scene where they start crying over this lady. Okay, so forgive me for that. Okay, let's go to Reza and Adam, or Reza tells Adam about his talk with MJ. Reza feels like, Reza says that she tells me that he don't make enough money. He is not helpful enough. He's lazy around the house. He doesn't do the things that she wants him to do. And so he said that she can talk about it, but I can't. Yeah, that is correct. You cannot talk about her man, okay? Okay. You can only listen, okay? That's what girlfriends do. You gotta be a girlfriend, okay? You can only listen, okay? That's girlfriend code, okay? You can't talk about her man, because then she gonna get mad at you, just like she did, okay? Girlfriend code. You can't talk about her man. You can only listen and be like, oh, that's messed up. Oh, dang, how did that make you feel? And you can't talk about him, okay? Because then she gonna get mad at you, okay? You gotta be a girlfriend, Reza. Come call me. You gotta be a girlfriend, okay? You can't, if you're gonna be a friend, you gotta be a girlfriend, okay? You can't talk about her man, Okay, she could talk about her man. Okay, you got to be a girlfriend, and you got to be willing to go ride up when she asked you to ride up. Okay. Okay, you got to be willing to be like, oh, you want to ride up on them? Okay, we gonna ride up on them. You gotta be down for the cause now. You gotta be down for the cause. Okay, if she want to ride up on them, you got to be willing to ride up on them. Okay, okay, but you can't talk about her man. Okay, you can't talk about her man. Okay. You got to be girlfriend. That's girlfriend code. You can't talk about it because she gonna get mad at you. Okay, just like you can't tell your girlfriend her man is cheating on her because she gonna get mad at you. Okay, but I do tell if I listen, I'm a girl. I'm a really really girl's girl, and if I see her man cheating on her, I'm gonna tell her. Okay, I'm gonna tell her. I still ain't gonna talk about a man. Okay, but I'm gonna tell him, listen, you need to, you need to ask him where he was last night. Da 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 da. Okay, Reza, girlfriend code. If you're gonna be a girlfriend, you gotta have the girlfriend code. Anyway, Tana's lunch party. Okay, Big Vita. She come in. She said, I don't drink. And then she said, but pour me a glass of champagne. Is that drink or not? Is that drink? Please tell me, is that drink? I don't know. Okay. But she said, pour me a glass of champagne. Okay. I thought that was a drink. Okay. But she don't drink. But pour me a glass of champagne. Okay. Natasha and Amir, happy to be childless. Now I'm going to blame them. Dennis and Gonessa arrives. MJ and Reza they finally talk and they make up and they agree not to talk about MJ's bullshit marriage and her husband weirdo Tommy. Okay. they agree not to talk about her marriage and her weirdo husband again, ever again, ever. Okay. Dennis has to leave, but he tells Gonessa that their business is good. The Valley Girl Diamonds business and the intimately Gonessa or intimately Gigi line, okay, are good. And Dennis is trying to get a billboard on the Las Vegas Strip. I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, her business going good. Okay. So Sky and Bomb Shot arrive. Okay. To the party. Okay. Tanin, Sky goes to talk to Tanin about being a bigger person. Okay. Natasha was talking to Tanin, but she exits stage right. Okay. And so they can talk. So Tanin said, when we were at MJ's party, you told MJ that you weren't going to come talk to me because, you didn't do anything to me and things like that. So Sky said, I didn't want to come to say hi. She said, because the hyenas were over there jumping and ready to attack me and to twist my words around and things like that. Shut up, Sky. Shut up, okay? But whatever the case may be, Tanin and Sky make up. Okay, they hug, they make up. But the hyenas was over there, planning their attack, basically. And the hyenas are not Sky, Gigi and Reza and MJ. Okay, that's who she thinks is the hyenas. Okay, Because I guess because MJ told Tannen that what Sky has said, she said that they twist her words around and things like that. So that's why MJ is with the hyenas. So, but Reza over here with the hyenas talking about, Sky was talking shit about us, and because he was being nosy, he was dipping in the conversation, and she was talking shit about us, and Tanner wasn't defending us.
Stop it. Get some help.
Reza, stop it. Get some help, okay? It's really not that deep. Y'all just making up shit, okay?
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Y'all just making up shit, okay? But Tanner goes to the hyenas and says, Sky said, y'all were coming to attack her. And so Gigi was like, she said that? Who going to attack her? Who going to attack her? So Gigi getting real pissed off. Okay. So Tanner, Tanner gives a speech. So she go over there and she gives a speech with Greg and stuff like that. How she happy about, how it's turned out. Greg was her supporter. So during her speech, Gigi, of course, gonna throw drink onto Sky's back. So she couldn't throw it to her face. She gonna throw it on her back. Okay. So Sky goes ballistic. Okay. She like, I'm calling the cops. If she don't get out of here, I'm calling the cops and but she ends up leaving. Okay, Reza Jackson was like, because now it's all kinds of commotion, because Sky screaming and hollering, talking about, I'm calling the cops. Gigi laughing and shit like that. And so it's all kinds of commotion. Reza Jackson gets up. He was like, today is about Tannen. Okay, it's not about anything else. It's about Tannen. So, let's dance. And so they finally dance. Okay. And so that was the end of the episode. And so then at the end, they show that MJ filed for divorce. Okay. Okay. MJ finally files for divorce. Tommy moves out. He moves to some place down the street, probably apartment, because he ain't really got no money, Okay, so, well, she did move out. Then he moved out and he moved down the street. So I guess she moved back in or whatever. Gigi got her house. Okay, she got her house. So she down the street from MJ. It's $14,000 a month. Hey, if she got it, then hey, that's all that matter. And everybody else lived happily ever after. Greg and Tannen. Amir and Natasha, Greg and Adam, and was it not Greg and Adam? That's nasty. Reza and Adam, and Sky and Bomb Shot. Okay, everybody else lived happily ever after, but we had to tell what the main characters were doing. Anyway, so that was it. Okay, give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace, y'all.